Smackdown, January 10th, 2025. Let's get into it. It started out with Paul Heyman in there, and he was talking on the mic, and he eventually called Cody Rhodes out. Cody Rhodes comes out there, and Paul says, "The reason why I called you out here is because I want to make an announcement that Roman Reigns wants your title." And then Cody and Paul were just talking back and forth on the mic for a little while. And then Kevin Owens, not long, but then Kevin Owens got on the mic and he was standing in the crowd at the top, and he was cutting down Cody Rhodes. And then eventually Cody couldn't take it anymore. He jumped the barricade, and then it turned into a brawl through the crowd, and they were going up the stairs. Paul Heyman was watching, but he did not realize that two members of the new bloodline were right behind him, Jacob and Tama Tonga. Paul Heyman turned around. He was frightened. Then Jimmy Uso ran out there, and he was actually taking care of Jacob and Tama Tonga somewhat. He even used a chair, so he was doing pretty good for a moment. But the roles got reversed, like they almost always do. They put a chair around Jimmy's neck, and then the officials ran out there, and then they beat up the officials. I mean, we know the bloodline. They're out of control anyway. But Cody Rhodes comes back and actually takes care of Tama Tonga and Jacob, and yeah, that was kind of it for that. Then, a little bit later, Jacob and Tama Tonga were in the back, and they were seen arguing with more officials. And Jacob actually shoved down, I think, like 2 or 3 of the officials. And then LA Knight shows up and pushes Jacob out of the back door and shuts it. And spoiler alert, he did not get away with this. That's all I'm going to say. LA Knight did not get away with this. Anyways, LA Knight, a little bit later, had a match with Nakamura. He hit the BFT on Shinsuke Nakamura, and then as soon as he goes in for the pinfall, Tama Tonga and Jacob show up again and start beating down on LA Knight. Then Cody Rhodes and Jimmy show back up, and it's another brawl again. Most of everything tonight was like brawls. And then the officials ran out there again, separating everybody, and Cody said, "Wait a minute. If they're here, and me and Jimmy are here, how about we have a match tonight?" And that's what winded up happening. It was made official. A match, Cody Rhodes and Jimmy Uso going up against Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu in the main event. Everything was doing okay until near the end. Everything was kind of going well in the match until near the end. Jimmy Uso dove out of the ring onto Jacob, and Jacob fell over the table onto the other side, the commentary table. And then Kevin Owens started coming down the ramp, and Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens started brawling again, and they started brawling their way to the back. But that kind of left Jimmy Uso in the woods with Jacob and Tama Tonga. And spoiler alert 2, they creamed Jimmy Uso. I mean, would we really expect anything different from a 2-on-1 attack? And then the camera cut back and showed that Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes were still brawling, and they started brawling their way back out to the arena, and they got on top of these shipping containers. And you know that look when they start brawling and then there's a table behind them, and I'm like, someone's getting ready to go through this table. And everything was on that table: sandwiches, Tic Tacs, different drinks, some cables, some papers. I said, somebody's about to go through this table. Cody Rhodes backed up and charged towards Kevin Owens, and I even predicted it. I said, a spear is coming. And yes, a spear to Kevin Owens through the 2 tables. Well, a move that looks very similar to a spear, if not a spear. Yes, right through the 2 tables. And that was kind of like the dramatic ending of the show. It was really good. I really enjoyed it. But what did you guys think of it? That's it for this video, peeps. Peace out, peeps.